They say breakfast sets the tone for your entire day, but for adults over 60, it could define your health for the next decade. After sleeping for several hours, your body craves real fuel, not just to wake up, but to protect your bones, muscles, brain, and immune system. The problem? Many people still reach for the same foods they ate in their 30s, thinking those habits are harmless. But aging bodies don't respond the same way. That piece of toast or that healthy cup of juice could be the reason behind your fatigue, joint stiffness, or even memory fog. In today's episode, we're diving deep into 4 popular breakfast foods that may be silently draining your strength, and 4 surprising choices that could actually rebuild your energy, muscle mass, and mental clarity. We're not here to scare you. We're here to equip you, because aging should be about thriving, not just surviving. And it starts with what's on your plate. The truth is, the right breakfast can protect your muscles, keep your blood sugar stable, improve your digestion, and help you feel energized well into the afternoon. But that only happens if you stop eating what's sabotaging your body from the moment you wake up. Let's begin by exposing the first hidden danger disguised as a fast and healthy breakfast that could be working against your vitality without you even realizing it. Let's talk about instant breakfast drinks, often labeled with complete nutrition or meal replacement on the bottle. They promise convenience, vitamins, and energy. But for many older adults, these drinks are a trap, packed with synthetic additives, isolated protein powders, and sugar substitutes. They often cause blood sugar imbalances, digestive discomfort, and even interfere with nutrient absorption. Imagine drinking something that's supposed to help you, but instead leaves you bloated, jittery, and tired 2 hours later. That's what happens when your body tries to process artificial ingredients and low-quality oils first thing in the morning. Take Ronald, a 71-year-old former auto mechanic from Phoenix. After switching to store-bought breakfast shakes due to morning fatigue, he began experiencing erratic energy crashes and increased joint pain. His doctor pointed out that the emulsifiers and low-fiber content were not only spiking his blood sugar, but also causing inflammation. When Ronald switched to a whole food breakfast, like boiled eggs with avocado and roasted sweet potatoes, his energy stabilized and the pain subsided significantly. His digestion also improved, and he no longer felt the need for mid-morning snacks. The core issue with these drinks is that they oversimplify nutrition. Just because something has 20 grams of protein or added vitamins doesn't mean it works well for an aging body. Seniors need real food, meals rich in fiber, complex carbohydrates, healthy fats, and natural sources of protein to support declining digestive enzymes and slower metabolic function. Liquids filled with maltodextrin, soy protein isolate, and artificial flavorings might be shelf-stable, but they're not body-friendly. As we age, digestion slows, and our body becomes more selective about what it can break down and use efficiently. So, those fast fixes? They may be causing more harm than good. Instead, seniors should opt for blended smoothies made with whole fruits, leafy greens, a tablespoon of nut butter, and maybe some unsweetened plant milk or Greek yogurt. These nourish your cells while respecting the complexity of your metabolism. A real breakfast should satisfy, not confuse, your body. So, if you've been relying on packaged breakfast shakes, it might be time to say goodbye to convenience and hello to real nourishment. Your energy, clarity, and longevity depend on it. Let's move to another seemingly harmless breakfast choice that could be gradually wearing down your strength: store-bought granola bars. Marketed as fiber-packed or heart-healthy, these bars often hide a dark secret. They're just candy bars in disguise. Especially for adults over 65, who require a steady release of energy and real nutrition, these bars often offer the exact opposite. Loaded with high-fructose corn syrup, hydrogenated oils, and crisped rice or puffed wheat, they give you a fast sugar rush and then pull the rug out from under you. Most of them contain barely 3 grams of fiber, very little protein, and an overload of processed carbs. For someone trying to preserve muscle, stay mentally sharp, and keep their weight in check, granola bars can be a daily energy thief disguised as a quick breakfast. Meet Denise, a 68-year-old community volunteer from Atlanta. She used to grab a granola bar every morning before her gardening routine, but halfway through her tasks, she'd feel shaky, hungry, and even dizzy. After a visit to a nutrition counselor, she discovered her bars contained more sugar than a glazed donut. She switched to a homemade chia pudding with almond milk, cinnamon, and a few slices of banana. Not only did her energy return, but she also noticed less bloating and improved sleep. That small change transformed her mornings from rushed and foggy to focused and energized. One of the main problems with granola bars for seniors is that they lack the macronutrient balance needed to fuel an aging body. The lack of protein and fat means that sugar hits the bloodstream too fast, causing insulin spikes and then an energy crash. Over time, this constant roller coaster wears out your pancreas and leads to insulin resistance, one of the hidden drivers of fatigue, weight gain, and accelerated aging. Worse yet, some bars include ingredients like soy lecithin and artificial flavors that disrupt digestion, especially for people with sensitive guts. If you're starting your day with something that looks like dessert and feels like cardboard, your body knows. And it will let you know through brain fog, soreness, and sudden hunger. So what should you grab instead of that bar? Think of real food. Try a small bowl of steel-cut oats mixed with flaxseed and blueberries. Or toast a slice of whole grain bread and top it with peanut butter and pumpkin seeds. These options give you complex carbs, fiber, plant-based fats, and enough protein to keep your energy balanced. Breakfast shouldn't be rushed, empty, or artificial. It should be grounding, satisfying, and full of life-supporting nutrients that help you stay independent and mobile. Now, if you're watching this and you're over 60, or care for someone who is, we want to hear from you. What's your current breakfast routine? Do you feel tired after eating or energized? Share your experience in the comments. It's how we all grow and learn together as a community. And if this video is already opening your eyes to smarter choices, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, not just because it helps us, but because each video brings you one step closer to a stronger, healthier version of yourself. We're here to walk this journey with you. Let's age powerfully, together. It's time to address one more beloved breakfast item that seems comforting, but could be quietly sabotaging your vitality: white bread toast with margarine. A nostalgic staple in many households, this breakfast might feel familiar, but its impact on your body today is nothing like it was decades ago. White bread is made from refined flour that has been stripped of its nutrients, meaning it digests rapidly and acts like sugar in your bloodstream. Pair that with margarine, a processed spread often loaded with trans fats, and what you've got is a combination that increases inflammation, drains your energy, and weakens your muscles over time. For seniors who need slow-releasing carbohydrates and healthy fats to maintain joint function and brain clarity, this combo is like starting the day with a nutritional deficit. Let's take the example of Leonard, a 73-year-old woodcarver from rural Vermont. For years, Leonard began his mornings with 2 slices of white toast and a generous layer of margarine. He thought he was making a smart choice by avoiding butter, but over time, he started feeling stiffness in his fingers, had more frequent headaches, and struggled to stay focused on detailed work. After finally attending a senior wellness seminar, Leonard learned about the inflammatory effects of trans fats and refined carbs. He made a simple switch: whole grain sourdough toast with smashed avocado and a pinch of turmeric. Within 2 weeks, his joints felt less swollen, and he was sharper, more mobile, and in better spirits during his daily routine. The problem with margarine isn't just what it lacks, it's what it contains. Many brands are filled with hydrogenated oils and additives designed to mimic the creaminess of butter, but without the natural nutrients. Trans fats are especially dangerous for older adults, as they interfere with cellular repair, increase LDL cholesterol, and promote oxidative stress. Combined with high glycemic white bread, this breakfast leaves your body inflamed and undernourished. Over time, these ingredients can increase the risk of cognitive decline, heart issues, and muscle loss. Seniors need real food, fat that supports hormones, carbs that don't spike insulin, and ingredients that fuel repair. So, what can you do instead? Ditch the white toast and margarine for real, nutrient-rich alternatives. Whole grain or sprouted grain bread is a far better choice, offering fiber, minerals, and a slower glucose release. add a topping like mashed avocado with lemon, or even a boiled egg sliced on top for added protein. These small tweaks not only improve your breakfast, they improve how you move, think, and feel throughout the day. Now, before we continue, take a moment and reflect. What's one breakfast habit you might want to rethink after today's insights? Share it below in the comments. You never know who might connect with your story. And if this content has helped you look at your plate differently, don't keep it to yourself. Send this video to a friend or family member who could benefit too. Let's build a community that supports wiser, stronger aging, one meal at a time. Now let's talk about one of the most overlooked mistakes in senior breakfasts: skipping protein altogether. It might not sound like a specific food, but the absence of protein in your morning meal can quietly erode your strength, slow down your metabolism, and increase your vulnerability to falls, fatigue, and memory lapses. Many seniors start their day with toast, fruit, or coffee alone, thinking light meals are easier to digest. But the aging body doesn't need light. It needs support. And protein is that support. As we grow older, our ability to synthesize muscle protein declines, meaning we need more high-quality protein just to maintain what we already have. A breakfast without it is like asking your body to build a house with no bricks. You may not notice the effects immediately, but over time, they show up in weaker legs, reduced endurance, and slower mental clarity. Consider Juliana, a 70-year-old textile artist from Denver, who used to begin her days with herbal tea and a slice of melon. It felt healthy, clean, and light, but she noticed that by 10 a.m., her hands trembled slightly and her legs felt tired. After consulting a holistic nutritionist, she added scrambled eggs and spinach to her breakfast routine. Within a few days, she felt more grounded, less jittery, and surprisingly, more upbeat. The simple addition of protein turned her mornings from fragile to empowered. Protein does more than build muscle. It supports hormone function, stabilizes blood sugar, and even assists in neurotransmitter production, which affects mood and focus. When seniors miss protein in the morning, it creates a chain reaction that affects energy, digestion, and even appetite regulation for the rest of the day. And for those managing diabetes, arthritis, or cognitive concerns, skipping protein makes management harder, not easier. But the good news? You don't need massive changes. A single serving of protein-rich food in the morning, like eggs, Greek yogurt, tofu, or a protein smoothie, can anchor your metabolism and keep you feeling stronger for longer. Combine it with fiber-rich foods like berries or oats, and you'll create a breakfast that doesn't just fill your stomach, but feeds your future. And hey, if this is resonating with you, we'd love to know. What breakfast change are you most inspired to try? Leave your thoughts below. Your comment might inspire someone else who's facing the same challenges, but didn't know where to begin. And if you're enjoying this video and want more practical, science-backed tips for living your best years with energy and strength, don't just watch, join us. Subscribe. Every subscriber adds momentum to a movement of smarter aging and empowered mornings. Now that we've uncovered the breakfast mistakes to avoid, let's turn our attention to the foods that can transform your mornings and your overall vitality. First on this list is a true unsung hero: sweet potatoes. Often overlooked at breakfast, sweet potatoes are a powerhouse of complex carbohydrates, beta-carotene, fiber, and potassium. Unlike white toast or sugary cereals, sweet potatoes offer slow-burning energy that supports muscle function, brain clarity, and stable blood sugar levels. Especially for adults over 60, who often deal with insulin resistance, fatigue, or joint stiffness, starting the day with a complex carb like sweet potatoes can bring real, lasting improvements to how the body feels and functions. Let's take the story of Harold, a 75-year-old former landscape designer from Sacramento. After retiring, he started noticing his energy fading quickly after breakfast. His typical meal? A slice of toast, jam, and coffee. After switching to a breakfast bowl with roasted sweet potatoes, kale, and a soft boiled egg, Harold found that not only did he stay full longer, but his joint pain reduced noticeably, and his daily walks became enjoyable again, not exhausting. What made the difference? The fiber in sweet potatoes slowed his glucose absorption, while the potassium helped relax tense muscles and reduce inflammation. For seniors, What makes sweet potatoes so effective is their nutrient density without sugar overload. They're rich in antioxidants that protect against oxidative stress, a key factor in muscle degeneration and cognitive decline. Their high fiber content promotes gut health and regularity, two things that become more important with age. And the best part? They're incredibly versatile. You can mash them, roast them, cube them into breakfast hashes, or even blend them into smoothies for a creamy, naturally sweet base. Breakfast doesn't have to be boring to be healing. In fact, it's often the simplest earth-grown ingredients that create the biggest shifts in how you feel. If you've never tried starting your morning with a savory sweet potato bowl, now might be the time. Pair it with greens, eggs, or a spoon of tahini, and your body will thank you for the strength and calm it brings. And we want to hear from you. Have you ever tried sweet potatoes for breakfast? Or do you have another morning superfood that works wonders for you? Share your favorite energizing breakfast idea in the comments. The more we share, the more we learn. And if you haven't yet joined our community, this is your moment. Click that subscribe button and become part of a growing circle of people committed to aging with strength, grace, and intention. There's so much more we want to explore together. Moving forward, we can't ignore one of the most underestimated breakfast allies for adults over 60, pumpkin seeds. Yes, those tiny green kernels often tossed aside after Halloween are actually a goldmine of nutrients for aging bodies. They're rich in magnesium, zinc, protein, and omega-6 fatty acids, all of which play vital roles in muscle function, nerve health, immune response, and hormonal balance. Most importantly, pumpkin seeds offer a convenient way to get anti-inflammatory fats and plant-based protein in the morning without heavy cooking or prep work. Consider Mabel, a 69-year-old retired florist from Jacksonville who suffered from frequent muscle cramps and trouble sleeping. She had no idea that a magnesium deficiency was contributing to her symptoms. Her diet lacked whole food sources of minerals, especially in the morning. After adding a tablespoon of pumpkin seeds to her oatmeal every day, the cramps faded, and she began sleeping more deeply. Her digestion improved, and she felt calmer during her daily activities, something she hadn't experienced in years. For older adults, magnesium is essential. It relaxes muscles, supports heart rhythm, and even helps regulate blood sugar. And yet, many seniors are unknowingly deficient. Pumpkin seeds offer one of the highest natural sources of this mineral, along with plant compounds that reduce oxidative stress. Even better, they're versatile. Sprinkle them over yogurt, blend them into smoothies, or enjoy them as a crunchy topping for avocado toast. Just a small handful a day can support recovery after physical activity and boost nutrient absorption throughout your system. What makes pumpkin seeds so special isn't just the nutrients they contain. It's how easy they are to incorporate without disrupting your routine. For seniors trying to simplify their mornings while still getting optimal nutrition, this is a quiet but powerful game changer. And their nutty flavor pairs well with both sweet and savory breakfasts, making them a smart addition no matter your taste preference. Now it's your turn. Have you ever added pumpkin seeds to your morning routine? Or is there another small ingredient that's made a big difference for you? Share your tip in the comments. What works for you might help someone else regain their energy or feel better in their body. And if you've been enjoying this series of tips and insights, we invite you once again to subscribe and stay connected. Our channel is growing thanks to viewers like you who believe that aging can be powerful, intentional, and full of life. To wrap up this journey into smarter, stronger breakfasts, let's shine a light on a final yet often forgotten hero, cottage cheese. This simple food, once considered old-fashioned, is quietly making a comeback for all the right reasons. Rich in casein, protein, calcium, and B vitamins, cottage cheese is a slow-digesting, muscle-preserving powerhouse. For older adults, especially those looking to maintain mobility, prevent bone loss, and support cognitive function, cottage cheese provides a compact, highly absorbable source of nourishment with long-lasting impact. And unlike many trendy superfoods, it's affordable, accessible, and adaptable to nearly any taste. Take Everett, a 76-year-old retired theater lighting technician from New Orleans. For years, he avoided breakfast altogether, believing coffee was enough to get him started. But by mid-morning, he'd feel irritable, tired, and disconnected. After a routine wellness check, his doctor encouraged him to add protein to his mornings. Everett chose cottage cheese with sliced kiwi and a handful of walnuts. Within a week, his energy had stabilized, his focus improved, and he even found himself more motivated to stretch and move throughout the day. For him, that small shift felt like rediscovering the rhythm of his own body. What makes cottage cheese especially valuable is its casein content, a type of protein that digests slowly, providing steady fuel for muscles over several hours. This is critical for older adults who experience natural muscle breakdown throughout the day. Unlike quick-digesting proteins, casein helps maintain an anabolic state longer, meaning your muscles stay supported even when you're not exercising. Plus, its calcium content supports bone density, while its soft texture makes it easy to digest for anyone with dental or swallowing concerns. You can dress cottage cheese up with cinnamon and fruit for a sweet touch, or mix it with herbs and olive oil for a savory, creamy spread. Either way, it deserves a place in your breakfast lineup, not just as fuel, but as part of a strategy for sustained health and graceful aging. Now that we've walked through these vital swaps and strategies, the choice is yours. What breakfast food spoke to you the most today? Was it something to remove or something new to try? Drop a comment below and tell us what changes you're excited to make. Or better yet, share your own breakfast discovery that helped you feel stronger, sharper, or more alive. Your story could be the spark that inspires someone else watching. And before we go, from our hearts to yours, thank you for spending your time here. If this video offered you value, hope, or just a nudge toward better choices, hit that subscribe button. Not because it's routine, but because we're building something meaningful here. A community of people who choose to live fully, age boldly, and wake up every day with purpose. Let's walk this path together. One breakfast, one better decision, one stronger body at a time.